This is a meeting of the Township Council for Monday, September 24th, 2018. Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided to the public and the press on January 5th, 2018, and was posted on the bulletin board in the municipal building in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-7.
Roll call.
Councilmember Holmes?
Here.
Councilmember Kadish?
Here.
Councilmember Van Tassel?
Here.
Councilmember Allberger?
Here.
Council President Murphy?
Here. Please rise to salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Councilmember Kadish, would you please read the Bells Across America proclamation?
Sure. Recognizing bells across America. Whereas being a firefighter is a very satisfying profession that is highly respected by children and adults alike, and whereas firefighters stand for all that is good in our society, which is why they are one of the few occupations to be welcomed into your homes without an appointment, and whereas communities rely on their firefighters to solve many types of problems, ranging from fires, floods, traffic accidents, and hazardous material incidents, and more. And whereas firefighters go through a rigorous training program so they can follow their dreams to serve their communities with the knowledge that the other members of their team have been equally trained and will look out for each other. And whereas, despite human instinct to run away from a fire for fear of being injured, firefighters are the only ones who run toward a burning building, as they're willing to risk their lives for complete strangers regardless of race, creed, color, or socioeconomic status. And whereas Bells Across America will be held during the National Fallen Firefighters Memorial Weekend, held on October 6th and 7th, to honor these fallen heroes who have made the ultimate sacrifice. And whereas Vernon Township has been fortunate not to lose any firefighters in the line of duty while serving with our fire departments, Highland Lakes, McAfee, Pochuck Valley, and Vernon, and now therefore be it resolved by the Mayor and the Council of Township of Vernon that it does hereby recognize all fallen firefighters. Signed, Harry Shortway, Mayor. Gene Murphy, Council President.
Thank you. May I have a motion to open to public session?
Motion.
I have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Is there anyone from the public that would like to step up and make any comments on agenda items only? If so, you have 3 minutes. No? Is there anybody? Seeing no one, may I have a motion to close to public?
Motion.
May I have a second? Oh, I have a second.
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next, we have our minutes. First, we have the regular meeting minutes of August 27, 2018. We have executive session minutes of August 27, 2018, and the regular meeting minutes of September 10, 2018. May I have a motion to adopt?
Motion to
Motion.
adopt.
Okay, I have first and a second. Roll call.
I have to abstain from the 27th, August 27th.
So abstention on the 27th, yes on the 10th. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Yes.
Abstention for the 27th and yes for the 10th.
Yes, correct.
And Councilmember Kadish?
Yes.
Councilmember Van Tassel?
Yes.
Councilmember Allberger?
Yes.
Council President Murphy?
Yes.
Motion carries to adopt minutes.
Next, we'll move on to the consent agenda. We'll separate a couple of these out to give Councilmember Allberger his vote separately. First, we have Resolution 18-210, approving a charitable solicitor's permit for the Vernon Township Fire Department. This approves a coin toss for Vernon Fire. Resolution 18-211, authorizing negotiations for fire department turnout gear cleaning under NJSA 40A:11-53. The township has bid this item twice. This authorizes negotiations for the fire department. May I have a motion to adopt resolutions 18-210 and 18-211?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Holmes?
Yes.
Councilmember Kadish?
Yes.
Councilmember Van Tassel?
Yes.
Councilmember Allberger?
Abstain.
Council President Murphy?
Yes. I'd like to separate out Resolution 18214. So I'll read Resolution 18212, authorizing negotiations for excavation and equipment operation services under NJSA 40A:11-53. The township has bid this item twice. This authorizes negotiations for the excavation equipment. Resolution 18213, resolution authorizing the issuance of not exceeding $2,401,084 bond anticipation notes of the Township of Vernon in the County of Sussex, New Jersey. This authorizes the issuance of bonds. Resolution 18215, authorizing the award of a required disclosure contract with Montague Tool and Supply Company for contractor power and safety supplies. This authorizes additional expenditures to Montague Tool. May I have a motion to adopt resolutions 18212, 213, and 18215?
Motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Roll call.
Councilmember Dean?
Yes.
Councilmember Kaden?
Yes.
Councilmember Van Tassel?
Yes.
Councilmember Goldberger?
Yes.
Council President Berger?
Yes.
Motion carries to adopt.
Resolution 18214, 2018 salary for non-union part-time employees. This is the salary for new part-time employees. May I have a motion to adopt?
Motion.
Have a second?
Sandy, second.
I second.
There's a second. I have a question. Is this for a permanent part-time, or is this a temporary position?
Temporary position.
And that's, what is it encompassing? Like, because I had
Well,
heard...
we have two temporary positions, one that is in the tax collector's office, and then we have this other one, which we just recently brought to the agenda, was for someone to be in building temporarily, because this is the time of year when they put together documents to give to the tax assessor on properties that have had improvements on them where they need to be reassessed.
Okay, so what period of time is this for? Is it just for like the end of the quarter? That's what I'd heard it was part-time, and then I heard it was temporary, so that's why I was questioning.
It is temporary. I was looking to do it probably for the remainder of the quarter, unless it didn't work out, or if the fact that the work that needs to be done is done and we don't feel we need anything further. But as you may know, we did lose a full-time employee from the building department going back to the end of July, and we have not replaced that person. And I know that there have been subsequent complaints, especially with vacation time being taken, that calls are not being answered, some of the similar complaints. So we thought that having somebody in there to accomplish the main purpose, which is to fill out this information to give to the tax assessor's office and answer the phones, would be a positive thing for at least, the remainder of the quarter. Or it could be, like I say, it could be less.
Will they be going into automating some of their documents there at all?
Yes, we are. I have training set up for this Wednesday with people from Spatial Data Logic. They're the ones that we do work through on different modules for tax assessor, building, zoning, fire prevention, and for health department. So the biggest benefit is through the building department, because this upgrade that we already have loaded that we won't be paying for until January will enable people to do things online. You passed a resolution going back about a month ago to utilize this company called Municipay, so that people can actually submit their permits online and pay for them, so that keeps them from having to actually come here, and they will be able to see the progress of their permit online. So it will hopefully keep a lot of people from calling, because that's one of the primary things they want to call about, to see when something's been scheduled or where they are in the process.
Okay, and I just a comment. The person that was in building was actually in tax, so it wasn't that it. They went in to help, and then it ended up as a full-time job in there. That's why I'm questioning it also, because there was a full-time person in there that left that actually was just moved from tax.
Yes, but
Right,
we did bring somebody else part-time into tax when
Right.
that person was moved out into building, and then that person subsequently has
But I
left
guess when
our
you're saying
employ.
you lost a full-time person in building, that...
But not for a long period of time.
Right, but that person wasn't a full-time person in in the building department for a long period. It was just a kind of
She was only going back over to tax when the quarterly tax payments came up. She would go back to
So
assist
now you
them.
have two temporary part-time people in each of those
Two
departments.
temporary part-time people,
Okay. All right, thank
maximum
you.
of 20 hours.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
May I have a motion to adopt Resolution 18-214?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call?
We already had a motion and a second for 18.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Roll call. How's that?
Councilmember Owens,
Yes.
Councilmember Kadesh.
Yes.
Councilmember Van Tassel.
Yes.
Councilmember Allberger.
Yes.
Council President Murphy.
Yes. Next, we have introduction. It's a first reading of a proposed ordinance, Ordinance 1827, an ordinance of the Township of Vernon, County of Sussex, State of New Jersey, authorizing the sale of property owned by the township and not required for public purposes, and more commonly known as Herald Square, 114 Route 94, Block 232, Lot 12. This authorizes the public auction of the property known as Herald Square. May I have a motion to introduce Ordinance 1827 with a public hearing on October 11th?
Motion.
I have a first and a second. Roll call?
Councilmember Owens.
Yes.
Councilmember Kadesh.
No.
Councilmember Van Tassel.
Yes.
Councilmember Allberger.
Yes.
Council President Murphy.
Yes.
Motion carries to introduce ordinance 1827 with a public hearing on October 11th.
Move on to public comments. May I have a motion to open to public comments?
Motion.
I have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Is there anyone from the public that would like to address any items not on or off the agenda? Thanks. Hi.
Good evening. My name is Zoe Heath. I live in the condos in Vernon. And I recently emailed you, Ms. Murphy,
Yeah.
about changing Columbus Day to Indigenous Peoples Day here in Vernon for several reasons. The most prominent being that Columbus did not discover America and was he was a rapist and a murderer, and he is the reason that thousands and thousands of Indigenous people are still disenfranchised because of what Columbus did in this area and in this country. And I put a petition out, and it did not receive a lot of leeway, but I thought to myself, and I wasn't going to bring it to the board, the council, I apologize, I'm used to the Board of Education. But I realized that what's popular isn't always right, and what's right isn't always popular. And I personally think that though Vernon does not have a large Indigenous community, Vernon has a very, very long history of Native American culture and of Native American heritage, as we see with the Black Creek site, which apparently just got a grant, which is awesome for the Historical Society. But I thoroughly believe that Vernon does need to make this change and move into the 21st century with a lot of America. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your comments. Is there anyone else that have any comments? May I have a motion? Seeing no one else, may I have a motion to close the public?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Is there a mayor's report?
No.
No mayor's report? Okay. Council comments. Councilmember Ohms?
No comments.
Councilmember Kadesh?
Thanks for reminding me about the grant. Black Creek grant was $5,107. I don't know exactly what for, but it's nice that Vernon received it.
Is there anything else?
No comment.
Well, yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
I am in full admiration of Congressman Gottheimer, who came to Vernon, got up at 4:30, came to Vernon at 6 o'clock in the morning to open up, help celebrate the opening of 2 stores, got on a bus, did the PR for that, then drove down to Atlantic City to the convention. In the middle of the day, gave speeches, spent all day glad-handing everybody, and his counterpart, Mikey Sherrill, then drove all the way back here for a fundraiser at 7 o'clock at night. I just, the kind of energy and enthusiasm that these people have is just totally admirable as far as I'm concerned. That's all.
Thank you. Councilmember Fantasia?
No comments. No, nothing.
There's nothing.
I have nothing.
I actually have no comments either. Motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?